It's so weird.
Just drank my first ever white Monster before this video, so we'll see if that's a good idea or not. I'm kind of feeling like more excited to film, so let's go. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Catherine. I do a lot of activewear fitness style videos here, so make sure to subscribe if you're interested in that. So this is super requested, especially for people who follow me on my fitness Instagram account. Today I'm doing like my fitness journey, how I lost like 15 pounds of fat, but I'm also going through like how I initially gained the weight as well, just to kind of like give some background, because basically a lot of it was just lifestyle changes for me. So this isn't like a how to lose weight video. I do have some tips that I use that worked for me personally, but this isn't like these are the secrets to lose weight. This is really just my story. I also hope to inspire some of you guys to make some lifestyle changes that may like improve your overall quality of life, make you happier, and just feel like you're more satisfied where you're at. I also just wanted to say I lost all this weight without any diets, without hiring a personal trainer, without following any workout guides or anything. I simply just made some changes to my life. It was completely free. You know, it didn't cost any crazy amounts of money, so you can actually lose weight without like spending all these amounts and without taking like crazy like fat burning supplements. Like, they don't work. Okay, so just a little introduction, giving you guys some numbers. Basically, at the end of high school, I was around 135 to 140 pounds. I was probably closer to 140, and I don't think I really had like all that much muscle mass because I was exercising all the time because I was a dancer, but I wasn't like actually like going to the gym and lifting weights and like trying to put on muscle. Fast forward to college, the time I remember my weight being the highest was, I think I was around 157, and this was like right before my junior year, I think. So at this time, this was like kind of after a big lifestyle shift to go to college, and now I'm around 143 to like 147, like depending on the day. Like it really honestly changes all the time because like weight isn't always constant. And I probably lost even more than like the 10 to 12 pounds of like weight. I probably lost even more fat because I also have a lot more muscle definition now than I used to. So I don't have a lot of like dedicated progress photos for this journey. I didn't wake up one day and was like, time to lose the weight, sis, we're getting a little chunky. Like I never felt that way. I actually was like happy with my body and I felt confident at every point of this journey. It just kind of happened as a result of me making some changes to my lifestyle. Frankly, like during college, I was really treating my body like crap. And like people have asked me before, like, did you bulk and cut? Did you like do all this stuff? I really didn't do anything fancy. Like I just worked out a little bit, changed my lifestyle. There we go. Starting off with high school. So in high school, I was a competitive dancer. I danced like 20 hours a week. So basically I ate whatever I wanted because I was burning so many calories dancing every single day that basically I thought it was like impossible for me to gain weight, which it kind of was at the time. I really did mostly eat healthy food because I do like healthy food, but I probably had ice cream like most nights because like that's my food. I love ice cream. And I would go out and get like donuts and boba tea with my boyfriend, like a little more than we should have. It didn't affect me because of how much dance activity I was getting. So I never really learned how to exercise because on top of school and dance, I really didn't have time to go to the gym and like get a workout in, nor did I have the energy. So that's where this kind of screwed me over, because then I went to college. So like I said, I didn't learn how to work out in high school, and I also didn't really find it appealing. My mom has always been like super into health and fitness and stuff, and she always has been doing like home workout videos like literally every single day. And I just remember like her doing those home workout videos in high school being like, I better dance for the rest of my life because I'm never gonna do that. So in college, I joined the Dancing Devils, the Duke's dance team, and we consistently had practices like 6 to 7 hours a week. Plus we maybe had 1 or 2 games per week that was like 2 hours each. So I was basically getting like consistent cardio every week. It was less intense than the dance I was doing in high school, and it was like less than half. So obviously if I didn't change my food intake, I was gonna gain weight. And that brings me to the fact that my food intake really didn't change. I probably was indulging in a little too much, you know, Southern food. And at the dining hall, all the food was really boring, and the only thing that was good was like this like large bowl of like pasta stuff that I probably had like most nights, and I can't imagine it was much less than 1,000 calories. But I really don't think eating was like the issue because I really didn't eat like all that much, and I would only eat like 3 meals a day and like never snack because I didn't really have access to a lot of snacks being in a dorm. I would occasionally get into the swing of wanting to go to the gym, and I'd go like 3 times in 1 week and then like never again. And I didn't weight lift. I would do like 30 minutes of elliptical and then some abs. So if it wasn't food and it was slightly exercise, The real reason I gained weight was definitely alcohol. I am like 97.75% sure that this is why all college students gain weight. In high school, I didn't even have a sip of alcohol. I was like major goody two-shoes. I was just always dancing or at school, so like I really didn't have time for it. But college is definitely different. It's a different environment. I wanted to be social and go out with my friends, and that's kind of just what everyone did. We went out and drank. So in my first 2 years of college, I can definitely say I went overboard with the drinking. So let's just say, as an example, at my school, it was normal for people in Greek life to go out 3 to 4 times a week regularly. Like I'm talking during like exam weeks too, like people are going out 3 to 4 times a week. So I'm not saying this is what I had every time, but just like on average from what I saw from other people too, it wasn't unusual to have like 5 to 6 drinks in a night, like on a light night, honestly, considering like pre-gaming, like taking shots, drinking some beer pong, slapping the bag for wine. There's so many options of ways to like drink alcohol and to get drunk at these like events that it is really easy to have over 5 drinks. So if a shot is about 100 calories, a light beer is about 100 calories, a glass of wine is like 130-ish, and like a mixed drink would probably be like 200, you can very easily with 5 drinks have over 600 calories, no problem. And then when people came back from going out, a lot of them would order like Domino's or something, and you could easily eat like 1,000 calories and like cheesy bread and pizza. So add that on to the list. So just adding all those up, estimating like 2,400 extra calories a week. It takes 3,500 calories to gain like a pound of fat in your body. This is an estimate, but it's pretty like well accepted. So in less than a week and a half, you're already gaining a pound of fat. So honestly, heavy drinking multiple days a week for 2 years was my lifestyle. And besides the issue that that amount of drinking is completely normalized in college, like it isn't some sort of problem, which it really is, I was feeling like crap and I was totally oblivious to this. So I'd probably go out, then I'd have to wake up for my class that either started at 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. I was literally sick all the time and I seriously thought something was wrong with me. Like I didn't realize like, hey, Catherine, maybe you're just like not sleeping. And I was so confused as to why I would be falling asleep in class all the time. And like, I'm a good student, guys. It was very unusual for me to fall asleep in class. And it's also like always been really hard for me to fall asleep in places that aren't like my bed. So I was obviously incredibly sleep deprived. And I would fall asleep in probably most of my classes for at least like 5 minutes. So sometimes people have like really clear problems with their body that's like right in front of them, and this was literally my case. I was so oblivious to this. I did not realize what the problem was, but it was literally right in front of my eyes. I was going out too much and I was drinking too much. And then I have kind of like a little mini journey where I tried to lose weight and got into kind of like an unhealthy situation for myself. So at one point, I believe the summer before sophomore year, I decided I'd gained some weight my freshman year, and I decided I wanted to lose that weight. So what I did was I restricted my calories far too low. I cut basically all treats from my diet. I was basically barely eating anything, and for someone who's 5'9", like I do need to eat a decent amount of food to maintain my weight, and I was probably eating like 1,200 calories a day. So basically this lasted about 3 weeks, and it drove me completely crazy, and I think one day I just cracked and ate like an entire pint of ice cream and like a whole box of chocolates or something, because you just can't sustain like restricting yourself that much. I had such an unhealthy relationship with food. I was still drinking alcohol at that time, and honestly, when I would still go out and drink, I would hope that I would like drink enough to throw up sometimes because I didn't want those extra calories. So I definitely had like some borderline like dangerous behaviors, binging behaviors, and I'm glad to say that it didn't last very long, and I definitely don't have that issue now. But restricting yourself that much can just put you in such a harmful place. I would think about the calories and like every snack I was having, every drink I was having, everything, and it was honestly just driving me crazy, and I really couldn't even focus on just like being with my friends. So after those 3 weeks, I know it's really short, but after those 3 weeks, that just ended, and I just went back to just eating whatever I wanted again and not worrying about things, and that was much more healthy for me, even though like I was still drinking alcohol, which I shouldn't have been doing, but I was in a healthier mindset. Okay, now flash forward to the summer before junior year. I woke up hungover from going out with my friends, and it was literally such a bad hangover. I was hungover the entire day. I feel like I couldn't do anything, and I was like, wow, I really just can't do this anymore. It was such a wake-up call for me. I was like, I am treating my body like absolute crap, and this is just not going to work in the long term for me, so I need to turn things around. Not only was I feeling bad, but I also realized I didn't really like how I felt drinking anymore. I've never been a person to do or even like try any drugs because I really like to be in control of my body like completely, and I don't like feeling that I don't have control over all the decisions that I'm making. When you're drunk, you do things you regret, you have to have your friends take care of you, and overall like you can just really be a mess, and I was just kind of tired of doing that. So then junior to senior year, I basically changed everything. This was kind of the start of my journey, but I didn't quite see results yet. So basically, I changed everything. I stopped going out maybe once a month, maybe, and I really prioritized my sleep. I stuck to a strict bedtime. I was always in bed by 11, tried to be asleep at 11:30, and I would always get 8 hours no matter what. Junior year was also really when I started my like fitness journey and like introduction to weightlifting. Basically, I went abroad in the fall and I had access to this great gym, and actually my boyfriend introduced me to the brand Gymshark, and then I started following some Gymshark athletes on Instagram, and I was like, I'm gonna try these people's workouts. That looks fun. So honestly, that's how I started working out. I didn't get a crazy trainer or anything. I literally was doing workouts from Instagram and like Pinterest. Pinterest also has some great workouts. Like, you guys don't need to buy any crazy workout plans. There's so many great workouts on Instagram and everything. It's all for free. I wasn't doing anything crazy or working out like a crazy number of days per week, but I was consistent about it, which I think was the important thing. I worked out probably 4 to 5 days a week. I don't think my eating really changed all that much, and I did take breaks from working out when I was traveling because like I was abroad. And then when I came back from abroad in the spring of my junior year, I still had dance team, but then I added working out 3 days a week, and I was actually consistent about it. I would occasionally only work out like 1 or 2 days a week if it was like exam season. I wasn't gonna beat myself up over that because like my school obviously took priority to working out. I did still drink occasionally. I was definitely in the process of phasing out alcohol. It was just kind of a hard thing to change because like that's just the way like my friends and I hung out. Like we would go out to like a social event or something and drink. We would like all get together at a pregame. So it was definitely an adjustment to like not drinking alcohol anymore. So occasionally I would have a little bit too much wine, get drunk. So I definitely didn't lose like a ton of weight quite yet. So now like kind of at the end of junior year, I think I was about like 155 pounds, maybe a bit heavier at this point because I did definitely think I gained some muscle given that I was like working out at the gym a lot. I feel like this was kind of like an unintentional like bulking period. Like I wasn't trying to bulk, but I definitely was still like eating a lot. And then I was also like starting to do weightlifting. Okay, and now senior year. This is where I actually saw some progress. First of all, towards the beginning of my senior year, I actually injured my back at the very end of the summer, and I didn't work out for like 2 months into school. But I do feel like this was the period where I actually changed my lifestyle and saw a big reduction in my body fat percentage. After the summer, so I didn't usually drink a lot during the summers because I was home. So after like that period of not really drinking, I was like, kind of didn't really see the point in drinking anymore. Basically from today, I don't think I've had more than 2 drinks in one night since my junior year. I would still go out occasionally, but I would either have like 1 drink. I usually just didn't drink at all because I don't love like the trash college alcohol enough to like waste it on the calories. Like, and if I wasn't going to like even like feeling drunk, then like what was the point? I was also living in an apartment and not a dorm, and I had a lot more control over my food that I was eating. I used to have to go to the dining hall for every meal and get like really overportioned meals, but now I was actually like had a lot more control over my food. I cooked a few of my meals. After my back injury kind of subsided after about 2 months, I started working out 3 days a week again. So 3 days a week really isn't anything crazy. I was still dancing, so I was getting some cardio, but in terms of weight training, it was really just the 3 days a week. So that was really it. Basically, no crazy diets, no crazy amounts of cardio or working out, just some simple lifestyle changes that I honestly didn't even notice I was losing weight at all, and it just happened. So when I actually noticed I lost some weight was in November when I started my fitness account on Instagram. I had my friend take a picture of me in this new Gymshark set I got, and all of a sudden I was like, wait, like I have way more ab definition than I used to. I literally have the exact photo. Like this is the exact photo I took that I was like, okay, I guess I lost some weight. I continued losing weight the next semester as well at a very slow rate, and I didn't feel like I was restricting myself at all, and I also didn't feel like I was hungry at all. Like I was eating the amount of food that my body wanted to eat. I would still go out for pizza on weekends with my friends. I'd still get a nice cocktail at a bar if I wanted to. I would occasionally get Chick-fil-A if I wanted to. It wasn't like a regular thing though. I wouldn't eat pizza every night. I wouldn't drink every night. I wouldn't eat Chick-fil-A every day, but I would still allow myself to do these things because like what's life if you can't have some Chick-fil-A every once in a while? So I attribute most of the fat loss just simply to my diet changes, but I do think my body also did change a lot because of the weight training. I really think I gained a decent amount of muscle as well and had a lot more like tone to my body. And looking back at like the pictures at the end of high school, so I was actually lighter at the end of high school and like throughout high school, but looking at photos, like I'll put up comparison photos, I have a lot more ab definition now than I used to in high school. So don't be afraid to gain some muscle, people. It can do a lot for your body. So where I'm at now I'd say I'm around like 145 pounds, like about, like it definitely fluctuates up or down, but I really don't focus on numbers at all. I eat 3 solid meals a day. I eat plenty of carbs. I try to keep my protein up a bit since I do work out a lot, and I try to choose healthier snack options. Like I love popcorners. I love just regular popcorn like Skinny Pop, and I found a lot of like low calorie ice creams that are really good too. I'm thinking of doing a video on like all my favorite like healthy food options too, so give this video a thumbs up if you want to see that. I definitely allow myself to indulge every once in a while too, and it's not restricting at all. I love food. I have a sweet tooth, and if I'm gonna get like a little soft serve with a little fish waffle, I'm gonna get it. I do try to eat foods that are healthy, and I definitely listen to my body. Like I have tried to like burgers and fries because, you know, everyone seems to like it, but whenever I eat it, I feel so tired, like literally for the rest of the day, and I just feel so sick that I know that I can't do that. So basically, yeah, I listen to my body. I don't eat things that make me feel like tired and sluggish, like alcohol, burgers, and I also like tend to not eat a lot of like things like salads either because I just frankly think lettuce is really boring, but I love veggies. So like if you're gonna give me like a whole thing of asparagus, like I'm a happy girl. Where I'm at currently is I work out 6 days a week. It'll probably be less when I go to dental school in the fall because like I just frankly won't have quite as much time. But honestly, I work out so much because I love it, and I honestly look forward to every time I go to the gym. It's not because I have to or feel like I need to like maintain my body or lose some weight. It's really strictly because I have fun at the gym and I love to do it. And this is what makes weight loss and body changes sustainable. I love working out. I feel like I push myself at the gym. I feel like I can change up my routine and make it something different every day. I feel like I'm pushing myself and becoming stronger, which is just really empowering and really fun, and I can't think of anything else in my like day-to-day life that makes me feel the same way. So yeah, I work out 6 days a week now, but when I made my progress, I was working out 3 days a week. So you really don't need to be in the gym for like hours upon hours a week to see progress. I also now really prioritize my sleep and my health, and I haven't been sick in like a long time. I don't feel like I'm constantly restricting myself to stay lean, and I feel like I've reached a point where I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I'm so glad that I'm at this point, and I've like seriously never felt better. So yeah, that's my fitness journey from skinny little high school Catherine to college, you know, not treating myself, to finally being happy with my body and my lifestyle. So I hope this video helped someone somehow, maybe inspired you to make some decisions that'll not only make you healthier, but also make you happier. My first tip is you'll make the most progress when you stop obsessing over the scale. If you're obsessing over seeing like tiny increments of like change, like you're looking at yourself in the mirror every day, you're not gonna see the changes because it's just so small day to day. And same with looking at the scale, you're probably gonna stay at a constant weight. You could even gain some weight if you're gaining muscle. It's going to make the process seem really long and torturous if you don't just like take yourself away from that situation and just let the change happen. Also, make changes that make you feel better and not worse. Like if you hate running, please do not go and run on the treadmill for 30 to 60 minutes every day to try to lose weight. It's not gonna be sustainable and you're gonna hate it. So what's the point? My third tip is get to a place where you're happy with your lifestyle, you're doing things that you actually enjoy, and you're treating your body well, and then be happy with whatever body you have at that point. If that means you're gonna have a six-pack, okay. If that means you're not gonna have a six-pack and you're gonna carry like a little extra weight in your butt, great too. It doesn't matter where you are as long as you're happy with it and it's something that you can actually sustain. And lastly, if you hate your body going into the process, you're probably not gonna like your body at the end. So you have to learn to love yourself now. I know it's so cheesy, but I really had no problems with my body before I lost the weight. And I think that's part of the reason why it was so successful for me, because I didn't get into that negative place of hating myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, please give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I've been waiting to film this video for so long, and I can say the white monster, it definitely helped me. Would recommend. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!